Here we are, game 2 for the Boxing Day Massacre. Is going to feature a 4-player Dropzone Commander game with Mike and I partnering up against Adam and Will. It's a kind of custom Christmas-themed mission that Mike put together for us, and it should be a lot of fun. So each of us has 1,500 points. We're playing on a 4x6 table with lots of cool terrain. Let's take a look at what we've got today for our armies. So here we have my Shaltari the World's Walker list. It's going to be led by a War Chief right here in the Coyote. In his battle group there is also an Ocelot. I've got a battle group with 3 Jaguars and a Dream Snare right here to give everyone the bump to their countermeasure save. I have 2 sword points with 2 Tarantulas and 2 Bird Eaters in each, just one here and one here. I have a Brave Clan right there, 4 stands of Braves, and then my Gate group has got a Gaia. I'm sorry, a Gaia and 2 Edens, and then 2 Havens as well. And it's a level 3 War Chief right now.
I don't actually remember exactly what.
Here we have Mike's Mad Max Resistance army. Go ahead, take it away, Mike.
Sure. So I have my Thunderstorm custom that's got a lot of AT on it. The Cyclones are also part of his battle group. They're ground attack helicopters. Then for my standard, I have the Leviathan with AA, 6 gun wagons which are AA, and 6 storm wagons which are like rocket batteries that fire.
All your technicals.
Then I have 4 free riders.
Those are the sticky bomb bike riders.
4 of the new Scout ATVs. They actually shoot at the opponent, and any hits make their accuracy go down.
Yeah, they use like EM weapons and stuff like that. It's crazy.
I have 2 squads, or 2 squads of fighters in the Kraken with 2 buses, and then I have 2 Archangel Pathfinders as the fast movers.
All right, so there we go. That's my Shaltari, Mike's Resistance. All right, now here we have Will's Scourge. Go ahead, Will, take it away and tell us what you got.
All right, I got the Oppressor and Desolator.
Love that crab thing.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
He's the commander. Desolator does damage. The Annihilator. And then I have 2 maximum squads of warriors, and then some hunters in a Marauder, some hunters by themselves, and then I got the Ravagers by themselves and Ravagers in a Harbinger.
Nice. So which one is that? That's the lightning thing, right?
Yeah, this is
it just kind of flies around and fries everything with lightning bolts. Yep. Crazy. All right, now here we have Adam's UCM.
Okay, over here I got a field command. I've got a Kodiak with a lieutenant, the Pharaoh. I have an armored formation. There's a 6 sabers and 3 rapiers all loaded into an albatross. Then I've got an expeditionary group with the new hazard suits and a Raven A.
Nice.
And then a unit of Wolverine A's. Then I've got the Legionnaire Corps, 2 groups of Legionnaires and Raven A's. And then the Special Ordnance, which is 2 Gladius in the Condor, and 2 Longbows in the Raven B's, and then I have a Air Wing, 2 Archangels.
Very sweet. All right, so I'm going to show you the shot of the table next. We'll talk about the mission very quickly, and we'll get started. All right, so here we have a shot of the table. We've got some new terrain to show off from Dreamspirit Dreamspirit, right?
Dreamspirit Wargaming.
Dreamspirit Wargames, yep. They've been making a lot of cool stuff for Mike over the last couple of years, and he commissioned some Dropzone Commander terrain. So you'll see it all scattered around here. It's really cool looking. My personal favorite. I love this Ferris wheel. Is that from them too?
I made that.
You made that? That is so cool. I love it. Anyway, we're gonna put some Braves up in there and just fire disc grenades down on people. We've got the highway that runs through the city. The mission is called Christmas Truce. This is something Mike came up with, I believe. There are 7 objectives in the larger buildings scattered around here. The idea is that it's Christmas Eve and there's been a truce that's been called, and we are scouting through the town to pick up supplies and our wounded and recover. Each of the objectives obviously are going to be worth points like always, so you have to find them just like always. But they're also bonuses that you can get for finding them too. So you might get +1 energy on your weapons, +1 to your armor, stuff like that for holding objectives. So it's going to be pretty cool in that regard as well. 6 turns is the duration. Fast movers are always in reserve. We have 1 battle group each that's going to start on the table, and everything else is in readiness. So we're going to roll off to see who actually gets to deploy first and go first, and then we will see you after deployment. All right, so here we are after deployment. We each get to deploy 1 battle group. I deployed my War Council, so I've got my Ocelot right here getting ready to shoot at some buildings and knock them down. My Coyote is right there. Keeping my commander on the table. Turn 1 I think is good because I'll be able to draw cards immediately. Mike's got the Leviathan, right? that what it's called?
Sorry, this is a Kraken.
Kraken.
Two battle
Kraken.
buses.
Yep, and some infantry in it. Will's got his infantry group right there as well, and Adam's got his Ferrum kind of hiding behind that building. Where is he? Right there. Awesome. All right, so we're going to roll to see who gets to go first in turn 1, and everything else is in readiness except our fast movers, which are in reserve, so game on. Here we are after turn 1. We won activation. We went first. The command cards didn't help any of us. I got 2 that were completely useless for my army because I don't use skimmers. Anyway, I kind of dropped all my big jacks. We've been talking War Machine. I dropped off all my big walkers here in the middle, and I'm getting ready to just plod them forward. Like I said, War of the World style. Other stuff walked on in reserve. Mike came in here and grabbed both of these 2 buildings and is going to be searching for objectives next turn. Meanwhile, Will and Adam have guys in that tall building, and Will has more in here because he started one of his invaders on the table. So they got a little bit further ahead. This building, I took some shots at with my Ocelot and my Coyote and dropped 10 damage points on it and killed one of the infantry stands. I think I put some wounds on the other one too.
Yep, so I got 2 wounds left.
2 wounds left. That's not bad for me. I love that thing. It's pretty just fearsome staring across the table at you. But that's about it. We're just getting ready to start engaging each other in turn 2. Will's got some tanks right here on the other side of the expressway. Some of his, what are the little walkers called? Ravagers. The Star Sprite drones, my favorite name in the whole game. They got spawned and moved their 15 inches up, and they're getting ready to come out, which is why we kind of laid down an AA screen right along here. All right, moving into turn 2, we're going to roll off to see who goes first, and come back after turn 2. Turn 2, it looks like everything is now on the table, and we're getting ready to really start rocking and rolling. From my and Mike's perspective, this is the bad stuff that happened this turn. Will rolled double 6s on his objective searches, found both of those, and jumped back in the transport and got over right here. So we're going to try to take him out as fast as we can, hoping we get the first turn so we can intercept her and knock that thing out. Everything else, again, disembarked and is getting ready to set up fields of fire with more anti-air there and there. I managed to destroy 2 of Will's hunters. Right, they're hunters, right? Your anti-tank tanks with my Jaguars. These guys, actually, Adam had guys in that building, but they were beat up from falling masonry, so they jumped out and are moving away. And then Will put new guys in there, and I shot the building again with my Ocelot and Coyote. Did some damage to them, but not a lot. Meanwhile, I did a whole bunch of gate shenanigans. I bounced guys from there to here, got guys out. All my tarantulas are going to start moving up towards this giant crab dude. What's he called again?
Oppressor.
The Oppressor. Great name. Great name. Anyway, the Star Sprite drones came around and shot at my Bird Eater squad. Did a point of damage to one of them. That's the squad that jumped over here. I did knock out 4 of them with anti-air fire from the Bird Eaters on top of the building. They climbed up, and then these guys reaction fired and killed a couple before they jumped. The orbital strike did some pretty serious damage. The unpainted Coyote right there took 2 damage, or Jaguar, and the one in the middle took 1 from the orbital strike that targeted the Dream Snare. That was pretty bad news. Dream Snare was okay though. That small building in the back. We are playing. I should point out we are playing the tournament package rules, so that small buildings are 10 damage, medium are 20, and the large are 30 damage. So it's a lot easier to wreck buildings in this. That building has taken 9 points of damage, so I got to get my Bird Eaters off there before anything else happens. So Mike and I are going to have to decide where do we want to go. Do we want to let them blow up that building, or do we want to try to get that transport off the table? Anyway, that's it for turn 2 right now, so we're going to go into turn 3. Adam's got all his tanks nicely lined up right here on the bridge. Not much I can do about it. They're all hull down and cover. And that's it. Turn 3 coming up. All right, big things happen for the Scourge UCM Alliance here. They managed to find that 3rd objective over here and get it off the table. So they have 6 points total. It's ugly. We found 1, though, and we're trucking it that way. It'll get there eventually. Meanwhile, let's see. The interceptors came on here, right?
Yep.
And tried to shoot down the transport that was over here carrying 2 of the objectives. Yep. And it got intercepted. It had interceptor fire from those guys who are no longer there. And then only did 2 damage points out of 3?
1 got through.
Yeah.
And then he shot and did...
2 damage points, and then but it still flew off. So that scored him 4 points. The Cyclones managed to take them out then in return through the Ferris wheel. Let's see. Back over here, I lost one of my Jaguars to some combined shooting from the Rapiers. Or Sabres, I'm sorry, Sabres. Over here we have this giant mess that's going to start here in this building over that objective, and another one right here. So those are going to be fun. And that's pretty much it. This building is almost completely destroyed at this point. It's only got a few damage points left, but there's nothing really in it to worry about. So we're not gonna target it anymore, I don't think. Oh, and I did take out the oppressor here with some combined fire from the tarantulas down here with their graviton guns, and then the jaguars finished it off. But it's a 6-0 game right now, so we're gonna try to scratch out some points in the last 2 turns. All right, we're going to wrap the game up right here in turn 4 because it's getting to the point where Mike and I really are fighting an uphill battle. Even though things are looking good for us now, we don't think we're going to be able to grab 6 points in the next 2 turns. I did manage to kill or drive off all the Legionnaires here, and I have that objective. That's 1 point for us. We still have this one we'll be able to get off. Mike did find this one this turn, so more than likely, we'd have 4 points here. We could have gotten 2 points to tie it and left it all up to that one right there, but Adam's interceptors, his what are they called? Archangels came in there and blew up my one haven, and the missile pods over here came around and blew up the other. So I have no gates to actually get my infantry off the table with, and they're not hoofing it. So it's not going to happen there. So the best we're going to do is get 2, 4, 5 points here, and maybe a 6th point to tie if we get lucky in the next 2 turns. But it's getting late, long day, and Mike and I are just going to concede the game to Adam and Will. So good job, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, Dropzone fans, if you see anything we did wrong, don't hesitate to point it out. So far, you've been doing a pretty good job for us, and we appreciate it because we're not playing this game as often as we like, and we're still learning it. So thanks again for watching.
But I like